You're not going to believe this. Scientists and astronomers are scratching their heads over a mysterious metallic object that appeared in a small town in Colombia, and then showed up days later on the other side of the world, in China. A phenomenon so strange, it mobilized governments, military forces, and international experts, yet no one has been able to explain it. But before you rush to your window to check the skies over your city, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because what we're about to tell you today is simply unbelievable. It all started in March 2025, when residents of the small town of Buga, Colombia, stumbled upon something that looked like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. A perfectly symmetrical metallic sphere, silent and cold to the touch. It had no markings, no visible damage, even though it had apparently fallen from the sky. Today's video will show you every detail of the discovery, the secrets behind the sphere's material, the strange effects it had on those who approached it, and, of course, the terrifying connection to another sighting, this time in China. All of this, with never-before-seen footage, testimonies, and a suspense that will make you ask, are we finally being watched? Get ready, because this story isn't just strange. It may be the beginning of something much bigger. It was an ordinary morning in Buga, in the heart of Valle del Cauca, Colombia, a quiet town where the days moved to the rhythm of plantations and sidewalk chatter, until something fell from the sky. A group of locals walking through a rural area were the first to spot the object. From a distance, it looked like a giant iron ball, but as they got closer, they realized it was something else entirely. A metallic sphere, about 1 meter in diameter, shiny, with no signs of impact around it, as if it had been placed there. Not fallen from the sky? Their first thought? A bomb. The shape and material looked military, maybe even dangerous, but the surface was perfect. Smooth, no seams, no joints, no scratches. And the strangest part? It was completely cold, even under the strong sun. One witness said, "It felt like it came out of a refrigerator, not the sky." At first it was just a local rumor. Something fell from the sky, people whispered, but the rumor spread quickly. First to local newspapers, then to national channels. And once scientists, astronomers, and even foreign agents started arriving, everything changed. Colombia's Civil Aviation Authority said they had no record of any objects fallen in that region. The Ministry of Defense remained silent. No alerts, no protocols triggered. And that was what frightened people the most. If even radar didn't pick it up. How did the sphere get there? The area was quickly sealed off. Soldiers surrounded the site. Locals were kept away. Photos were confiscated. But as always, some leaked. And that's when the world saw the sphere for the first time. Within days, the name Buga was trending on UFO forums, social media, and news headlines. But what no one expected was what they defined inside the sphere, or that an identical object would appear weeks later on the other side of the planet. The first thing that draws attention to the Buga sphere is its geometric perfection. We're not talking well-made. We're talking about near-impossible symmetry, with a metallic surface so smooth it seemed to mirror the sky itself, as if it wasn't forged, but created in an environment completely unlike ours. Scientists who examined the object said the metal is unknown. It doesn't behave like regular metals. Not with heat, not with humidity, not with pressure. According to a leaked preliminary report, the material is made up of 3 distinct layers, each with an anomalous density, none of which are found naturally on Earth. And it doesn't stop there. An MRI scan revealed that the sphere wasn't hollow. Quite the opposite. Inside were 18 small spheres arranged around a central core. Something researchers are calling a chip. A kind of circuit, maybe? Or something even more advanced. José Luis Velázquez, a Colombian radiologist who saw the first scan, stated, "What we saw inside has no equivalent. No seams, no joints. It looks like it was molded from a single piece. I've never seen anything like it, not even in the most advanced medical equipment." And the sensation reported by people who touched the object is also intriguing. One resident, identified as Jorge, said he felt a subtle buzzing in his body as he approached, like an internal vibration. He touched it, and soon after began feeling unwell. Headaches, mild fever, fatigue. The symptoms went away after a few days, but raised serious questions about possible radiative or electromagnetic effects. Even after days exposed to the elements, the sphere's surface showed no oxidation, no scratches, no warping. Even birds avoided flying near it, as if they knew something was different. Another detail, the sphere made no sound, not even when, according to witnesses, it moved by itself for a few seconds, a smooth, silent shift, as if gliding through the air. And that leads to the question no one has been able to answer. How did something like this end up in rural Colombia, undetected by radars, satellites, sensors, or anything? One thing's for sure, this isn't just a piece of metal. As soon as the Colombian government secured the area and retrieved the sphere, everything shifted to complete secrecy. No press release, no public statement. But behind the scenes, everything changed. Something much bigger was clearly happening. 2 days after the retrieval, a team of German scientists arrived in Buga, accompanied by military personnel. Officially, they were there to evaluate the material's integrity. But unofficially, the word was, they were there to try and access this sphere's core, and that core is the biggest mystery so far. According to leaked reports from the operation, the sphere's core, nicknamed the chip, it doesn't emit light or heat, but sensors picked up extremely subtle electromagnetic fluctuations, almost like it's emitting signals. That's when the first shocking theories surfaced. The sphere might be an active device, not a capsule, not space junk, but a real-time operating technology in a mode that humans can't yet comprehend. Mexican physicist Jaime, known for investigating high-strainous cases, visited Buga and gave a rare statement. This object wasn't made with known technology, and what it holds inside could very well be a form of intelligence, even if not biological. It could be a probe, or even a transmitter. As investigations continued, another terrifying detail emerged. The sphere moved once inside the temporary research base. No vibrations, no noise. It simply changed location overnight. Security cameras captured nothing. It was in one corner at one moment, and in another, 2 meters away. The next, that mysterious movement combined with the material's resilience led the military to start treating it with protocols used for unidentified nuclear armaments. But here's the issue: they couldn't disable it, or open it, or destroy it. So the idea arose: move it out of Colombia. First, stop Mexico, then possibly the United States. A discreet route via an unmarked cargo plane with a restricted crew and silent flight path. Each lab that received the sphere came back with the same response: we don't know what this is, and we don't know what it might do. And all this would already be bizarre enough if an identical sphere hadn't appeared weeks later on the other side of the world. While the Buga sphere was still under study by international scientists, and the world struggled to understand what had been found in rural Colombia, something unexpected happened. On June 5, 2025, during a quiet afternoon, residents in the Xiaokou region of China began reporting an object hovering over a large water reservoir. The description? A metallic sphere, same size, same appearance, and same impossible movements as the one in Colombia. One man managed to film it for a few seconds. In the footage, the sphere floats above the water, hovering just meters from the surface. It doesn't spin. It doesn't sway with the wind. It just exists, as if it's observing something. Then it disappears, only to reappear minutes later, dozens of meters away, silently gliding over a wooded area. According to the witness, the object cast no shadow, and its glowed-in tea seemed like sunlight, but rather a kind of metallic light of its own. In his words, at first I thought it was a gas balloon, but it moved so strangely, without sound, like it was sliding through the air, and it vanished whenever I tried to film it for too long. The similarities to the Buga case were unnerving. Same shape, same behavior, same eerie silence, but this time, the sphere wasn't recovered. It simply vanished. And that's where a new theory begins. What once seemed like an isolated event now looks like part of a series of interconnected phenomena. In astronomy, in UFO forums, old reports resurface. Accounts of similar spheres spotted in remote places, from Russia to New Zealand, all floating, all silent, all unexplained, nicknamed intelligent orbs. These objects have been described as observation probes, possibly sent by some kind of intelligence, alien or not, to study our planet. They don't emit radar signals, they leave no heat trace, and they seem to appear in areas with intense geological activity or unstable magnetic fields. If the Buga sphere was the first one we managed to touch, maybe the others have been here a long time, just watching us. With the viral spread of these cases, a new wave of investigations began to emerge. But strangely, many related videos started disappearing from the internet. Some channels said their content was taken down. Others reported being contacted by international security representatives, asking them to stay silent, which raises an even more disturbing question. What are they trying to hide from us? Throughout history, ancient civilizations looked to the skies for answers. Gods, stars, omens. Something mysterious has always hung above us. But what if now, for the first time, something up there has come down here? The Buga sphere isn't just a metallic object. It marks a disruption, a signal, perhaps the first, that we are no longer alone, or worse, we never were, with impossible characteristics, an unexplained core, and a behavior that defies the laws of known physics. It remains the greatest mystery of our time. And now, with the appearance of a second sphere in China, the puzzle only deepens. Who's behind this? What are these spheres observing? Are they studying us or testing us? Maybe we're just at the beginning of something much bigger. Maybe these spheres are only the first contact, and that's why we need to talk about it. We need to keep our eyes on the sky and on the truth. If you've stayed with us until the end, leave a comment with the emoji that best represents you, so we know you are one of us. Curious, alert, and fascinated by the universe's great mysteries. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because there's a lot more coming, maybe even from space. Until the next journey.